spectate if you're not doing this first session. So it's always that. Well, oh, there we go. Ahoy! Welcome back to FTRL GT1 week number 5 around Kyoto. This is a different kind of week. We've got an interesting session ahead here where it's all about the team. No, it's always about the team, but officially, of course. But this week, extra so. 2 Group 3 races around Kyoto and 2 qualifying sessions. The grid for each of these races is set by a qualifying session, but you are qualifying for your teammate. So wherever I qualify, Lee will start behind me, and vice versa then. So if I qualify first, for whatever unknown reason, Lee would start second, and the person who qualified second in this session of the 7 drivers would then line up second, if you get me. You'll see how it works pretty quickly. Anyways, yeah, so in this group I had, who did I have in this one? I had Rom, I had Chubbs, I had Ross, I had Pagani, I think Pine? I think Biggles may have been here too, but... Anyways, this is my best lap, it's 33.7, which was good enough for, I think it was 3rd initially, even though, like, yeah, like, Tom and Witch aren't obviously running, so... Yeah, so we were 3rd, and then I think we slipped down then to 5th, so... Myself and Lee, or maybe not, did we say 4th, actually? No, I think we started 5th. Yeah, we started 5th, okay, so we were 5th, so which means we're going to be in P10 and P11, myself and Lee. Now, we're in a good spot where we can do the no-stop. We can do the no-stop on our car, whereas some people are going to be struggling, and some people will not be able to do the no-stop. So, yeah, it should be interesting. But yeah, there we go then. Yeah, here we go then. We're in P9 actually. I don't know what happened with that. Anyways, there we go. Here we go. 21 races. No, not 21 races. 21 laps around Kyoto, a track we know well, but not always know how to drive flat out, of course, as we learned from last season. So, anyways, though, we should cycle up and feel pretty nicely. Though I still feel confident about the pace, and I feel pretty good about the strategy as well. I say strategy. I mean, there's no strategy to staying out on track, is there? But anyways, first climb up the hill. These are going to be some frantic first 2 laps. I'll tell you that much for free. Begins with Oven, our good old friend James, who is replacing Aaron in the Beetle for the foreseeable future. Yeah. Him and Pagani don't get the best of runs through that long left-hander. Pagani ends up on the grass. I want to get Pagani, but I want to try and get James as well. Very tight stuff there. We all make it through. James left the space to be fair. We get the move done on Pagani. Back him on the step out there a bit. Pagani, big snap there for him. We've got a cavalry approaching. We've got Lee. We've got Witchell as well. So I want Lee to get through. We kind of let him go. We left a big door open on the inside though. And Lee somehow managed to turn that into overtake onto Pine as well. Exit was tough though. We lost out to Tom. And we got Chubbs just behind us as well. Pine goes off the track there. We side by side with him and Witchell. Difficult one for Pine there. Always is when you're going through that part of the chicane right there. And we get up the inside. Lee going for some aggressive moves there up ahead. He's just got himself ahead of must be James. So he's made some good places up lap 1. I've lost one out of all that. But anyway, we've got Chubb still to defend, and you can see you get lots of aggressive. Run for position. This really allowed the top 3 to really just get away up the road between Rom, Sean, and we've got Dominic's replacement for this week. I think his name's Luke, but he's also known as Dark Knight, or Dark Knight's Mate rather. So, anyways, up the hill then, climb. The 4GT is pretty good in a straight line though, so we've got a little bit of pressure from behind, but yeah, there's a nice balance to this left-hander, and yeah, well, let's try and swing back in late if you can and use all the track on the right hand side. It'll get pretty chaotic up ahead. We're in a nice little gap here, but it will not be like that for very long. So with Witchell, there's Tom, there's Feber, and Witchell then, Feber gets all up on the grass, comes into Witchell, I go into Witchell, and I can't really get anything out of the way then. I can't get out of the way of that. So I lost more positions as a Chubbs, and then Pine, and then Ross out of all that. So pretty messy stuff. If we're honest, I couldn't do anything about the incident with Fever. I don't think it was all reactionary. There was no time to react to really any of that. I think, and obviously between the contact with Witchell then as well. So not much I could do about that. Sadly, I did message him after the race. So anyway, anyways, we got to keep going though, Ross then is ahead. We've got Pagani behind, and Pagani's looking for a little. Not got the best run out there, I'll be honest. Didn't get a very good run. So Pagani then is going to try and swing around to get a good run out of this final turn. To be careful. My throttle was acting up this week. It was doing that thing where it did in the Daytona race, where it was just kind of acting up a bit. Sorry, the Daytona 24-hour race. So Pagani then having a little look-sees, and he goes into turn 1 then. It's kind of similar to that hairpin in Lago Maggiore, where if you just commit to the inside, then it's difficult for the car on the outside to really fight it. But up we climb. Still, you know, field is right there, other than Rom, who's escaped up the road. Biggles now moved up into second place, so he should be able to stretch his legs a bit now. We're not done yet, though. This cow has to be dispatched. And Pagani then are on the inside, and we should be able to hold this, get nicely in the brakes, and then full throttle exit, just a little bit of a lift, just to make sure we see it through, and we do. And Pagani's right there even still though, so I'll go a little bit defensive. I'm going to go back over to the racing line then. No, psych, I'm just kidding, I stay on this line, and yeah, we should be able to hold this position. Pagani has to check himself on the exit of that chicane, bit of a snap, and then we can carry on. But we've still got cars in action up in front here. We've got Ross, Chubbs, Pine, nice and late on the brakes, swing in. It's a pretty, oh no, Lee is spun around, so we're going to get in position from that at least then. But he hasn't lost too much. The pack is still right here, but yeah, a difficult one for him in that moment. But anyways, lots of race still to go though, and lots of things to unfold as we see right here. There's a big kerfuffle. Ross gets up on the grass on the exit there. We got Chubbs in front. We got Oven. We've got Pine as well, and Dark Knight is also falling into the clutches here as well. I mean, been in the top 2 early on. Cars left, cars right. Pagani on my right, Lee on my left. I want to let Lee go, but they ended up both letting Pagani go, and who gets a bit of a twitch on exit, and Lee's got the slipstream. So I'm going to stick to the racing line, see what we can do about it, whether Lee's going to go for it, see if he can oh no, wait, no, Pagani's on defensive, and Lee's going to have to settle in, so we let Lee go and see what happens heading up the hill. So frantic stuff in this first opening 5 laps, but we, you know, we're P13, but things will change pretty soon. Starting right here, as Pagani then struggled with this left-hander, so he did quite often. You have to really see yourself through before you commit to the throttle. So we get one position done here. There's some side-by-side action in front, I believe. Oh, someone's got very deep into that chicane. That was James. And I'm going to get Ross up on the grass. I was going to get Lee up in the action too. Going to nudge Lee forward. We've got, oh, there's a lot of cars here. We've got, yeah, Lee on the inside of James. I'm going to go on the inside of Ross. James has gone very wide. We're going to hug this inside line. And yeah, we get that move done. So 2 for the price of 1 there. Very nice. So now things begin to cycle through. We're beginning to turn in our favour here. And let's keep at it then, shall we? Lap number 9, Pine then slipping into our clutches as well. And yeah, I know I've got better tyres at this point, because if you're going to be making a pit stop, you're going to be doing it pretty soon here to get the most out of it. So anyways, down the inside on Pine. Again, inside here, very nice. Just hug the apex then. And yeah, switchback is possible, but difficult at times, especially if you don't have the tyres. So yeah, Lee's going to make his way through against Chubbs as well, trying to make his way through. And he has done. Rather, he's doing now, and him and Chubbs come together. That's going to allow a nice, easy run on Chubbs. So yeah, that's another position gain then. So all of a sudden we're 7th and 8th, and some people will be making some stops up ahead at the end of this lap. I believe Tom is one of them, so he'll be coming in as well. So that's how our positions gained will be at the end of this lap for Tom coming in. We also gained one here from Sean spinning, so he spins out of contention there. So now Tom then has pitted. This is lap 16. Lee's got ahead of Dark Knight in front. Tom's made his stop. With all our squabbling earlier, kind of allowed Tom to get away a little bit, and he was able to make this work in his favour. This one stop here, so yeah, he's through and has better tyres. Ooh, very close to the grass there. Lap 20 then, really difficult run then for Dark Knight then heading up that hill. I wanted to put my car in a stratosphere just to, you know, be able to brake a little bit later. So if it ended up turning into a move, fantastic, but it was a calculated move just to brake into a little bit more space, because I knew Dark Knight would be braking a little bit earlier on the brakes because of his tyres being absolutely shot. I mean, if my tyres are looking like that, then his are looking even worse than that. So anyways, Lee then is going to be overtaken by Tom, so we've got Lee in 4th. He should be pretty comfortable now to head on to the last lap. We've got Witchell then, who also made a stop as well. So he's going to make this move then as well, and we should be able to hold out though. Not completely safe and dry yet from Dark Knight behind, but we've got good tires. We should have the ascendancy in that sense. So yeah, coming across then, it's going to be heading on to the last lap. Then it's going to be P4 and P6 for us both. No drivers' points for this week. It is all about the team. So it all goes for our constructors tally rather than the drivers. So Lee then kind of obviously he had that spin and still recovered a fourth. So he obviously felt, oh, he would have had a podium pretty easily at the end of that, but not to be. But the second race to come, and he's qualifying. So for the second race, so he qualified I think third in his group, which gives us good track position then. Which is what we needed after that first race. So yeah, we start. So yeah, he starts fifth, we start sixth. So yeah, looking pretty good from that point of view then. So yeah, same again, same number of laps, 21 laps, and we'll go from there. Except now we've got track position. So yeah, we've got quick guys in front with Witchell and Tom obviously doing a better job than their teammates in qualifying. So they should cycle up off the road. But now we've got a chance to kind of attack their teammates and see what we can do and leave the rest behind, hopefully. So let's see what we can do then. 21 laps with track position. Let's get it on. Starting off, fairly straightforward. It's just a little climb up the hill. Lee's already looking racy against Ross, who wasn't having the best of times in this Corvette here. So yeah, looking pretty good off the bat. I will say, yeah, had to fend off the challenge of Biggles for sure. That Super's got some good straight line speed. Again, not great on the tyres, but it was nice and easy. Again, trying to save some fuel, or not fuel actually, we can just sort of full send with fuel, but we're going to just save some tyres where we can. And already side by side, Lee and Ross then, so Lee's going to have the inside, trying to coax Ross to the right hand side on the racing line. Ross is marginally ahead, but leaves a space for Lee. There's a little bit of front to rear contact. It's going to put Lee on the grass, going to slip ahead of Lee. It's going to give us the momentum on Ross, which is going to give us the line up the inside. Oh, close stuff there. Down the inside, we've done this once, we can do it again. A lot of cars then on the radar behind, so Lee's kind of got swallowed a little bit and all of that, so yeah, he's going to have some work to do on this one. Rom then looked Rom obviously won race one pretty comfortably, so we're going to have to take him into account as well. We left room for Ross then side by side, then that was a difficult one to go side by side with, in that chicane there as well, so yeah. Happy days. Lap number 5 then, you can see we're kind of leaving some of this group behind. Actually, we've left a lot of the group behind. It's just myself, Rom and Lee really that are in the mix here, up with Tom, who is going to be making a stop. Tom and Chubbs come together, and that's going to give us an easy run on Chubbs then. So, yeah, so Witchell's going to, Witchell's taking off the road. It's going to be difficult to catch him. Tom's going to be making a stop. And everyone else then we kind of just left for dead then. So the pace that we should have had in race 1, we're kind of stretching our legs then here in race 2. So Ron was ahead of Lee, and Chubbs was ahead of that. Then there's everyone else: Pagani, Dark Knight, Pine, etc., Biggles. So yeah, we'll go from there. 10 seconds is the gap to Witchell. We're not going to be making that up really. So Witchell's going to get this win pretty easily. Lee was stuck behind me for a number of laps once he got by on Rom. And I was asking him like if you wanted to go, like if you get it, go for it. And now he's going to go for it. So yeah, we want to consolidate this result now, a double podium. So yeah, the pace was pretty close between us all race long. So if we were, it would have been interesting if we were teammates how we would have raced this. But actually, he would have got past me a number of laps ago. What am I saying? Yeah, Lee had the marginal pace advantage on me this week. Not as big as it was in Maggiore, but he definitely had the advantage. Yeah, Rom then is going to get a good run here too. Now Rom, okay, his pace was very good, but tires can be difficult to say how that looks like. Try and stay in the slip of Lee, but it's not going to be enough to keep Rom behind, who's on my ass essentially. Actually, no, essentially about he is on my ass. So he's going to go for the move into turn 1, and going to try and hold around the outside and get back up the hill. Dangerous on this outside. You leave the possibility to get squeezed onto the grass, but good racing here. Rom's left the space. Still very tight. Oh, good stuff. We managed to navigate that one there. We've had some good ding-dongs on Rom in the past, and that's another one there. But we're not done yet. We're not fucking done yet. I want this inside line, because I think I can go later on the brakes and Rom. He sticks to it. We go and brake early, let him drift out wide, cut back through, then get ready to fully send it. Yeah, there we go. So trying to hold it. And we managed to win out against Rom on that one. So that was an attack successfully repelled there. That was good stuff there. So it was very fun stuff. And we were able to pull away after that. His tyres then dropped off. We were able to pull away. and Lee is just 1.4 seconds in front then. So which is going to win this race? Lee is going to finish second. We're going to finish third then in a double podium
James,
then.
it's James.
So
Please let James go, James.
James, it's James. I fucking love James, man. He's
Plan B. I'm not pregnant, James. I don't need that.
It'll be very entertaining with James here. But anyways, there we go then. He finished third then, Lee second. Excellent points for the team. Some other, you know, two strong results across the two races gives us a really good, we're going to see how the standings in the second, how that reflects. So excellent stuff. Tom had some penalties that kind of forced him, kind of meant that he didn't quite have the chance to take the podium back as he had done in the first race, making the one stop.
Good stuff from us, all that was.
There we go.
It's tight.
Tom, mate, that's fucking poor.
Fuck up. Get in that Corvette and drive it. Good luck.
I mean, coming from a former GT3 champion, you should take that criticism on board, Tom. To be honest.
Yeah, fair enough.
I am skilled. Tom, where's your GT3 championship, mate? No, I didn't fucking think so. All right. No, you fucking place, cunt.
Oh my god, I love James so much. Here are the standings though. Oh dear, let me right back. Same as last week, obviously with the drivers. No team points. No driver points for this. Shame, because I think could have really used them, to be fair. A P6 and a P3, so that would have been nice. And then big week then for the Roundtrees Racing team, 282. We get a little bit of a gap on the Fords behind, although that could change very soon. We get a nice little run then as well on the Lexus, which these are our rivals really. We've kind of left the Mini Milks behind now, and I don't know if SimD are reachable, so it would take a bit of it would take some pretty chaotic results for it to happen. But yeah, next I say it could be difficult to keep the Fords behind, because next up this week is 3 races, one being at Blue Moon Infield, and then 2 around the Blue Moon Speedway. And those Fords in a straight line are pretty nifty. So, yeah, could be difficult, but we'll see how we get on. An oval race, though. Very excited for that prospect. Should be a lot of fun. But yeah, thanks for watching, and until next time.